Hey everyone, it's me, Matt. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great and had another wonderful week. So it's another beautiful day here in Florida, and I thought I'd get outside and tackle 3 garden cleanup projects. I'm actually heading out of town in a few days for Thanksgiving, and there was a handful of items I wanted to check off my to-do list before I left. So in today's video, we're going to start in my front yard and we're going to trim the palm trees at the end of my driveway. Then we're going to move into my backyard and we're going to trim my banana trees. And then we'll wrap up the video by moving my Plumeria trees off my back patio into a corner up against my house. They've gone dormant for the winter and I want to make sure that they're protected from the cold. So let's get into it. Jumping into project number 1, here's the palm trees at the end of my driveway that we'll be trimming today. You can see they've got a lot of older growth that needs to be cut off. Removing the older fronds will give these trees a much cleaner appearance and open up the sight lines behind the trees so I can see cars coming down the street and safely back out of my driveway. Really quick, here's the tools that we'll be using for this project. I've got my adjustable loppers and my hand pruners, and then I also brought out my hand saw just in case, but I think the majority of the trimming will be done with the loppers and pruners. So looking at where I'm going to make my cuts, I'm going to cut the palm fronds as close to the main trunk as I can using the loppers, and then I'll come in with my hand pruners and clean up the trunk after I've removed the bulk of the fronds. Also, I will be using these leather gloves since these fronds have really sharp spines at their bases. These spines are no joke and really hurt if they stick you. So this should be a really quick project, so let's get it done. All right, project number 1 is complete. It's a night and day difference. These trees have a much cleaner appearance. You'll notice I also broke out my pole saw and trimmed the fronds on the larger palm trees toward the back. I figured since I was already out here cleaning this area up, I might as well clean these ones up too. So overall, I'm really happy to get this checked off my task list today, and moving forward, it's definitely going to be much easier when I back out of my driveway. So now that we're all done with project number 1, let's head to my backyard and we'll trim my banana trees. So here's my little banana grove. These are dwarf Cavendish bananas, basically a dwarf variety of the bananas found at the grocery store. You can see they've got some dead leaves that need to be removed. This should also be a quick and easy project, so let's get in there with my hand saw and get these trees cleaned up. All done, project number 2 is complete. Like I said, it was quick and easy. Trimming off all that dead and dying growth makes these trees look so much better and definitely cleans up the overall appearance of my banana grove. So moving on to the final project of the day, let's move my Plumeria trees off my back patio. But before we do, I wanted to quickly show you my Hawaiian tea plants. They've started to push their bloom panicles this week. You can see the bloom spires all over these plants. In the next few weeks, they'll all be topped off with beautiful pinkish colored blooms. Aside from these plants' year-round red and pink foliage, their blooms add amazing winter interest into any tropical or subtropical garden. So back to project number 3, here's my Plumerias. You can see they've entered dormancy and dropped almost all of their leaves. In the cool season months, I like to move them up against my house to protect them, but I also just like to move them off my patio because they're not really pretty plants to look at once they've gone dormant. So this is the corner I'll be moving them to. They'll be protected by my house on 2 sides. It rarely dips below freezing in the winter here in Central Florida, but in the event it does, these trees will be protected by the heat radiating off my house. So this should be the easiest project of the day, so let's get these trees moved off my patio. All right, the trees are put away for the winter. They'll be protected from the cold here until they break dormancy in the spring. So looking back at my patio, you can see it's a more pleasing look with those trees gone. Now my Hawaiian tea plants can take center stage as they begin blooming over the next several weeks. So that's going to do it for today's projects. I'm feeling good. I got a lot done. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can hang out with me in future videos. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.